Thanks a lot.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Nice to see you all out there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, here we are at the beginning of the Grey Cup talk show. We're looking forward to taking a lot of calls today, and it wouldn't be the Grey Cup talk show if we weren't talking Grey Cup.
That's right. Still a few months away, but you know, it's all in our heads all the time, eh?
And just because Winnipeg's coming up doesn't mean there's not all those Grey Cups to reminisce about. And between us, we've seen a lot of cups, and there'll be people calling in that have seen a lot more. But anyhow, Mike, let's look ahead to today. Like we said, we're going to be taking a few calls. We're going to be talking Grey Cup, and we got a lot of film clips from those Grey Cups. There's some interesting stuff coming up, featuring a lot of the prominent members of the CFL.
I hear that we're going to be hitting the globe basically with phone calls, actually.
Hey, talking right here at home in Canada. There'll be calls coming in from the prairies. We've got calls coming in from Edmonton, Hamilton, the Toronto area here, and there could be a few surprises.
We're going to take Toronto phone calls, you think?
Well, you know, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
There's, you know, we can always abuse.
Well, we can.
Well, probably enough of this chat for the folks. Maybe they want to see a few clips, see what this Grey Cup thing's all about. So why don't we just look at a little montage, so give the people in the viewer land there an idea of what's coming to them.
Sounds good, Steve.
Okay, let's take a look.
Come, join me on my rocky caravan as we journey across Canada to all the Grey Cups.
There's going to be a little of this. There's going to be a little of this. What do you got to say about the Grey Cup, Jim?
Go on, guys! CFL rocks!
Kicking it to the corner, and it will bounce out of bounds. A beautifully angled kick by Lou Passaglia, going out at the 6th.
Okay, here we are. We're standing, let's see, outside of Winnipeg Stadium. It's Tuesday afternoon, not much happening yet, but oh, Loverboy, did you get that, Steve?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She was just quizzing me on CFL trivia. No. I couldn't tell her who the first of all time to throw a touchdown pass in Grey Cup history.
Okay, well, here we are in front of Taylor Field. Get the sign over there just to verify. Sweet Taylor Field.
Go Jets, go, baby!
Husky Lily! Husky Lubbock! Holy Mackinac! Tigers! Play up! It's not a joke, it's a Grey Cup. Yeah, I read it in the paper, and he was the tough son of a bitch to the very end, eh?
I'm glad you can say son of a bitch on it. We don't have to edit this one.
Hey, go nuts, Ian.
All right.
You're a tough son of a bitch yourself.
Okay, enjoy yourself.
Thanks a lot, eh? Okay, folks, well, hello, we're back, and what you hear in the background was the Flutie Brothers Band with their, very nice rendering, I would say, of Go For Soda by Kim Mitchell, and keeping it in Canada, so...
That's okay.
Yeah, I could say worse, I could say worse.
You could. That's okay.
We actually
Let's
saw
move on now.
Yeah, well,
Oh, you want to stay with
well, let's stay on this Flutie thing for a minute, because we can talk about Flutie for a bit, and Flutie's been in the news, and maybe start off, seeing we had Flutie Brothers in the background. Tell the folks about us seeing them live.
All right, I'll tell you something about Flutie. Okay, I got respect for the guy. Ever since last year, 1997, Grey Cup, Edmonton. The night before the big game, who do we go see? We go to see the Flutie Brothers Band.
That's right.
And Flutie was playing the next day, and yet he was out there drumming his little heart out. That guy.
Get up there, they're doing their first song, and so everyone's just kind of hanging back, seeing what's doing. Who gets up there on the dance floor and jumping around doing high fives in the air wearing their hockey masks is Jake and Will. He said full Ticat regalia. Jake's resting his beer on the stage. We got actually still photos of that too, and
Yeah, we don't have any video clippage of that.
yeah, I'm not sure. I guess we didn't have video that night, but it's not like we don't have video of Flutie though. We do have video of Flutie.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, a certain little buttoning?
Want to take a look at that, Mike?
Sure, let's
Okay,
go ahead.
let's take a look.
Let it roll.
You have anything to say, Dog Fleety, Mike? I don't know. Do you have anything?
Oh.
You make a comment on it. There he goes. Hey, nice spiral. Sweet Dog Fleety.
Hey. You want me button flea?
Oh yeah, I'll take that down.
Hey, Doug.
Go for it.
Hey, Doug. I got something for you.
He button Flutie. Did he say anything to you?
He looked at me, he was puzzled. He goes, no thanks.
The man who button Flutie.
Well, there, I've paid for
Unless in,
tripping it, so.
unless in.
Butting Flutie, yeah. Basically, putting it right on himself. That's pretty good for Flutie though, to be doing that though. Well, as nervous as he was.
Yeah, he was a little disturbed by the whole thing, and I sometimes wonder if the whole buttoning thing had something to do with him going in and rodding the Grey Cup the next day,
I
or
hope-
whenever it was. Well, what was it? The next day? I can't remember what day we were
It's
there.
a Grey Cup blur.
But
We can't
he
get that
went in
detail
and
here on Grey
boy,
Cup the Talk Show.
he let he himself, the person, to take full responsibility for letting the cup go out of Canada.
I'd hate to think that we were the ones that were responsible for the Americans winning the Grey Cup.
Or any of
But,
his teammates. It was none of his teammates. It was him. It might be a lot.
I'm happy with blaming Flutie. That's
Okay,
fine.
good. Let's leave it at that then
Yeah.
and blame Flutie for that Grey Cup loss.
Hi, folks, we're back here on the Talk Show, and I think we'll be getting some calls going fairly soon. And yeah, you just saw that clip of Flutie, and don't worry, many more clips to come. Well, maybe we should do a call, eh?
Sure.
In fact, I got the number of, well, of course, you know, Saskatchewan and the Hamilton Tiger Cats have had a great rivalry that goes back a number of years. Probably the first thing that comes to mind when you think of that, other than '89, which you were there, almost fell over the rail in Skydome. But you go back even farther than that, you go back to the '72 Grey Cup with
72, yep.
yeah, Ian Sunter, last-minute field goal. Basically, last play of the game. Shades of '94 again with sweet Lou Pasaglia. But well, let's talk to one of the stick men on the sidelines, I
You
think.
got him queued up there?
Sure, we'll give him a dial. I guess I should put him on speed dial, but hey, we don't have a big budget here on Grey Cup the Talk Show. One ringy dingy.
Two dingy. Dingy.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah,
Hi, this is Steve and Mike calling from Grey Cup the Talk Show. How are you?
good, yeah.
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, we're just doing the show and fielding a couple calls. Now, what we were just talking about was the 1972 Grey Cup between the Tiger Cats and Saskatchewan Roughriders, and we were thinking you might have a memory or two from that, as you were working the sticks for that game, were you not?
Yes, it was, yes.
Yeah. What? Anything in particular you remember about that game?
A few interesting things before the game even started in the officials' dressing room.
Really? What was that?
That's where we had Al Sasha was working with me, and we went in, and some of the officials from West were there, and one looked at Al and said, "Not you." And here, Al, when he had been playing with Calgary, a few years before that, had been involved in that big brawl at the end of the game with the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and he had been the cause of it. And here was one of the officials that had worked that game, and that's the first time they saw each other since, so they rehashed what happened and blah, blah, blah. So that was kind of interesting.
Now that brawl involved Garney Henley, did it not?
Right, and it's all written up in Gary Henley's book.
And so, yeah, I believe in Gentleman and a Tiger, Garney Henley's autobiography, he referred to Al Schlosser as a big galoot, something along those lines.
That's true, right, yeah. So that was a start, and then other memories of the game was at the time of year, I think it was December the 6th, it was a Sunday, a beautiful day. I think we even might have had Yeah, and then the other thing was, well, naturally, Ian Sutter missed a little 10 or 12-yard field goal and then had to make one late in the game to win the Grey Cup. And so for that, he got player of the game. And to my mind, a Canadian player, but not only that, but the best player in the whole game was Bob Krause. Played a wonderful game and was not recognized at all. He's probably the best player on the field for both teams.
That's an interesting. Well, it's an interesting point. I was just going to bring that up to you actually about Ian Sunter and winning player of the game because if I remember correctly, on that last touchdown drive, Tony Gabriel did quite a bit of the grunt work, getting them downfield to set up that goal.
Correct, right. And like I say, Krause was magnificent defensively for Tiger Cats, and actually not only could have been best Canadian, but best player in the game. But anyways, it ended up an exciting game. Wasn't a real high scoring game, 13-10, but it was. I think that was final score. But it was, as far as the fans were concerned, it was exciting because Hamilton won.
That's great, Tom. We'll be talking officiating a little later on, actually, and not quite in the capacity that we had you on. Basically, we'll have some people calling up slagging Jake Ireland. Not big fans of the Jake.
Well, I don't know. I have much to do with him, but I go back to Seymour Wilson and Sam Richardson and other older great officials. So, but Jake came along just a little after when I left. He was just starting up. So, anyhow, that was great.
Stellar CFL memory for sure. Well, Tom, Mike's going to close out the show, and he's got one or two things to mention.
Mr. Bunn, he's forever, I guess, immortalized in the Hall of Fame, which we have some Grey Cup footage of, I guess.
That's right. As a matter of fact, there's not a lot of people that are in the Hall of Fame. I mean, occasionally I've gone and pinned my picture up on the wall there just to be there, but they quickly take it down. But yeah, let's go to a clip of that. Let's go and look at. I believe it was Grey Cup '96, and
yep.
we were at the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Let's go see that.
Hall of Fame, sweet Hall of Fame. Here we are. We've all met up. It was very successful, so we're checking out the events. Looking at this, the children's display. Some child had the great idea of the Vancouver Bigfoots. That's awesome. That rocks.
Hey, Dad, you still there?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. That was excellent.
Okay.
Great. Is Mom around today at all?
Not till after 3 or so. Well, she's working till 3, so who knows what time it is.
Yeah. Okay. When she gets in, have her give us a call. And I wouldn't mind her. Remember that story about the Grey Cup with the Logans and the guy peed on them or something?
Well, that was in Toronto. I was there too.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
went,
could.
actually, like I said, I didn't. I got the tickets through officiating. I didn't work that game, and that was near the end of the game when the guys were all drunk. And this guy in front of us, he just stood up and started to piss all over the people, just in front of us.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I wouldn't mind hearing that in Mom's words. So when she gets home, have her give us a call.
Okay.
Okay, thanks again.
Bye.
Thanks very much.
Bye, Mr. Bunn.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Mike.
Bye.
Well, why don't you tell us a Grey Cup memory that you have, sir?
Grey Cup memory?
Yeah.
Is this live?
This is live,
This
sir.
is live, sir.
All right. Well, we'll see you now at the football game. See you in the crowd. We're going to cheer our team this year. Like, right? No cheering us loud. This fellow down at the Grey Cup game says, hey, why do you scream? They're going to realize when we get the prize, we're waking up the Grey Cup team.
Okay, well, here we are back at
First call.
Yeah. First call.
All right, let's see who it is.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the Grey Cup Talk Show. You're on the line.
Yeah, Grey Cup Talk Show. This is Will from Hamilton calling.
Will, how are you doing?
Great. Is Mike there too?
I'm here, Willie.
Hey, Mike and Steve, how are things going?
Not bad. Going pretty good, actually. We just had a talk with an official from the 72 Grey Cup, Will.
No kidding.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who would that be?
Mr. Bunn.
Yeah, Tom Bunn, actually.
Tom Bunn. I remember he's a great official.
Steve's
Remember
popular.
the one call that he made in '69? Man, my dad never watched another game after that.
Yeah, his buddies are still riding him about that one.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Continue blaming them, though.
Anyways,
Where are you calling from, Will?
I want to talk about the Grey Cup.
Pardon me?
There's a couple stories I want to talk about the Grey Cup.
Yeah, well, we'd sure like to hear them. Give it a go, Well.
All right. And one of my favorites from Calgary is we're extremely hungover. I think it was Saturday morning, and we're stumbling through downtown after having attended the Calgary breakfast and having our breakfast with pancakes. And suddenly we literally stumbled upon a big pile of horse dung or shit on this corner, and it was obviously from the mounted police that are riding around. So me and Johnny are standing there looking down at it, and Jake is just kind of stumbling along. Then all of a sudden we look up, and sharing in the horse shit is Gordie Howe. He's standing there too. He turns to us. He says, "You better keep it in your pants, boys." Gordie Howe.
So what you're saying is that, and this would be Grey Cup in '93 in Calgary?
This would be Grey Cup '93 in Calgary.
So essentially what you're telling the folks is that Gordie Howe prevented you from stepping in shit.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. But the best part was Jake was fiddling through his little fanny pack and has no recollection of even seeing Gordie Howe. We walked a few steps down the street, and me and Johnny, that's all we're talking about. I can't believe Gordie Howe. Can't believe Gordie Howe was talking about horse shit with us. And Jake's going, "What are you guys talking about?" He was standing right there the whole time, but he was so involved in his fanny pack that he missed Gordie Howe completely. But he was standing right beside him.
Now, Will, you've given us a '93 memory and a '94 memory. I guess that one, and I'm sure you have a couple of more. But any Grey Cups previous to that you have experience with?
Well, actually, the '92, yeah, I should have started with that, where we actually met you guys. '92 Grey Cup, a whole group of us went down to Toronto, wearing our Tiger Cat gear, of course. And Smitty has a little problem with alcohol. He really shouldn't drink it. And as we're traveling down the GO train, Smitty gets pretty drunk. In fact, Johnny Webb and I had to play paper, scissors, rock to see who was going to have to take care of him. So we get to the big Grey Cup party before the game at the convention center, and Smitty somehow quaffs a couple more beers and ended up in the washroom throwing up. So I had to take care of Johnny. Had to take care of him because he lost the paper, scissors, rock. Then I went in, took a turn, and then we said Jake in, he took a turn. So Johnny and I decided we're going to the game. We left Smitty with Jake and Dave McKenna. Probably not two of the people you wouldn't want to care for you in any case.
I was going to say, talk about the blind leading the blind there, eh?
Hey! So they carry Smitty up and they lay him on the floor of the convention center, and this cop comes up and says, "Well, he's done it, I've done it, you've done it, we've all done it. Pick him up and get him out of here." So instead of throwing them in the tank where they really belonged, he actually let them out to society. Now, this is where the good part gets. Somewhere between the game and, or between the convention center and the game, they met up with you guys. You actually have a picture. Everybody gathered around the drunken Smitty.
I'm just going to say, we'll try and show that. We'll try and throw that in right here, if just the still photo, anyhow, if we can dig it up. So.
Yeah, if you can dig it up, that would be super, because very few people have seen that. So to get Smitty into the game, they brought him to the game, and he's now like a ragdoll. It's kind of like Weekend at Bernie's. And they didn't know what they were going to do, so they took the goalie mask. Jake took his old goalie mask off and put it on Smitty, and they kind of jammed his Grey Cup ticket between his fingers. Jake walked in front, and McKenna walked behind, and they just kind of carried him up, because there's a big crush of people going through the gate, so they could keep him standing up. And then as he got up to the ticket taker, the guy behind grabbed Smitty's elbow and shoved his hand up, put the ticket between his fingers. So it looked like he was handing his ticket. They took the ticket, jammed it back between his fingers, and then they carried Smitty. Took him up to the seat where he was immediately removed by security and allowed to sleep on a nice couch through the rest of the game at Skydale.
Well, that was awful nice.
Yeah, it was really good. Fortunately, he didn't see any of the game, but he did have this really comfortable couch, and he was able to sleep off his alcoholic slumber.
Look, I mean, the Grey Cup goes back to before even Conn Smythe was a twinkle in his daddy's eye.
Exactly.
True Canadiana.
Exactly. It's a beautiful thing.
So,
There's a tear in my eye right now.
oh, don't we all? I thought I did, but it's just sweat, actually. But,
It's the studio lights are coming down.
so 95, we'll move on to 95, Will, and I'm sure you have a memory or two, and this is not necessarily one you have to talk about, but I'll just say we're at the 95 Grey Cup in Regina, and it was at the height of the fame of Dick Assman, who we happened to be staying at a hotel across the road from.
I wish I had the shirt to show.
That's right. We had to make a pilgrimage to see Dick Assman. It actually took 2 times before we get there because I don't know what happened. I think we ended up staying in the room and drinking too much beer and missing Dick the first time.
Yeah, we caught his son though.
Could be.
That's right. We caught his son.
The Assman's son.
Jake, we had to make the pilgrimage back because Dick Assman is one of Jake's heroes, and we couldn't leave Saskatchewan without seeing him.
True enough. Well, I think we have a clip or two of his gas station, or just generally conversing about Dick Assman.
Oh, that's good. I think so. That'll be super.
Take a little look at that there.
That'd be excellent to see that. I'd love to see it.
Heisman boy. It's so freaking cold.
Ken Holbert, I saw it. These teams the Great Cup, I still
Yes, man. It's warm out here, too.
Yeah, it is, eh?
Okay, well, yeah, we just rolled the clip. So, Will, in '96, Grey Cup returned to your hometown for the first time since 1972.
Yes, and that was, I mean, I watched the Grey Cup in 72, or so my parents claim. I was only 3 years old, but they taught me from the TV and they went to the game themselves. And yeah, this is one of the biggest moments in my life, I think. And in fact, one of the biggest moments in my life that occurred during a cup. It was like Grey Cup epiphany. And that would be on a Thursday night when Larry Smith came and visited the party. It was the Spirit of Edmonton party, which of course is always one of the best parties at Grey Cup, and sometimes one of the least known about. And Larry shows up and gets up on stage and has a beer and has a sociable with the crowd, and then comes down and just hanging out. And nobody's really talking to him. Occasional people are going up and going, "Hey, Larry," and doing a drunken thing. And next thing you know, we got a couple beers and we took him over and started to have a few beers with Larry, and it turned into one of the highlights of my life, let alone my Grey Cup. Drinking with Larry, talking about various things. The story he told where he forgot his undershirt for the, so I think it was the 76 Grey Cup when it was the Ice Bowl, and his body basically went numb and he got frostbite on his fingers and he couldn't feel anything.
That'll learn him.
But the best thing was all the cursing he was doing when he was talking about it, saying his fingers are so fucking cold and stuff. That was pretty good. Then suddenly
It's not a family show.
I'm sorry, gee, that didn't go.
That's okay. The miracle of editing will take care of that.
The best part, though, is suddenly the conversation degraded into some sort of kick line that we began doing with Larry. And eventually, Larry and I started posing down like bodybuilders.
Oh.
And you'll see it all on the tape, and I really can't explain what was happening there.
I do believe that started off as the Grey Cup dance, maybe.
It may have started up as a Grey Cup dance.
We'll check that out. We'll queue up that tape and check it out.
You know, Will, a lot of that footage. I mean, the Larry Smith drinking saga is pretty well the coup de grace of our Grey Cup footage, and we'll be saving the best for last. But let's go to a little clip. Maybe just see a little tease, a little piece of that conga line and whatnot. Little taste of what the folks at home have coming up for them.
Excellent. I'd love to.
Take a look at Larry.
Right step right. Get off stage. Goddamn good.
Okay, so you're a dancing fool. I mean, Will, we're looking at that clip, and a lot of people have had a lost weekend, but there's not too many people that have had a lost Thursday. Never mind dancing with Larry Smith.
That's true, and you'll love him or hate him. I mean, the guy's a mean dancer.
So, talking game-wise, 96 Grey Cup, Will, one thing maybe I'll get you...
I just got a chill up my spine when you said that.
Oh, sweet Danny McSalmon. We'll be getting into that later, too. But just wondering if you had anything to say about that Jake Ireland call on the famous Flutie fumble.
That was horseshit. That was garbage. That was terrible. I can't believe it turned on that one call.
It did too, didn't it?
It smacks of conspiracy, doesn't it?
It does. It does. Jake Ireland, I hated Jake already by that point, so it was actually a minor bump in my life. A story from Grey Cup 97, there were so many, and many of them were caught on still camera and not
video last year, was there?
which was a good thing.
Which-
There's some very offensive parts.
We will revive the video camera though this year in Winnipeg.
Oh no, the cream incident.
As much as this Grey Cup footage is great to have and whatnot, it is awful incriminating, isn't it?
You know,
It is. In fact, my political career has been destroyed by Grey Cup, and probably my any hope of getting successful in business either has been pretty much.
you were kept out of the United States for a job, weren't you, because of a Grey Cup incident? Is that
That's right. Yeah, we were in the final negotiations for the job, and they checked into my background, and they saw some of the incidents, both on video and on still camera, and they pretty much don't let me into the States now.
It's back to haunt you.
It does.
Well, hey, Will, I can sympathize, buddy. You know me. If I think if it wasn't for that Grey Cup footage, I would have been mayor of Hamilton right now. What am I doing? I'm running a cheap talk show.
Exactly.
So.
That was basically a slanderous campaign that Bob Morrow ran, digging up that Grey Cup footage to use against you.
And of all the things, and he comes out. I mean, I could have been the one riding that float in the Grey Cup parade, steering the big helmet. But no, Bob wins, and he gets that. And look, so I just go to say, congratulations and whatnot to him, because as the mayor of Hamilton, the host city next year, he was out at 95 in Saskatchewan.
That's right.
Well, you know what he did? He snubbed me.
He snubbed you.
He wanted nothing to do with me.
That's crap. That's horrible.
Let's go take a look at Bob snubbing me there.
I'm disgusted. I can't believe he got voted in for another term.
To change the subject,
30
if I may?
seconds. 30 seconds.
Okay, I have a contingency plan in place for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. If we do not meet the ticket deadline, or the ticket sales by the deadline, I propose that the city buy up the remaining season tickets, and then we'll have that time to sell them without the deadline. We'll have to next year to sell those tickets without that deadline looming over us as well. As long as we can get all the tickets sold, this would cost absolutely no money to the taxpayers. If some tickets left, it'd be a very nominal amount of money that was spent out, and we could give those tickets to a charitable organization like Big Brothers, for instance.
Thank you. Mr. Decker, 30 seconds.
Please,
sir.
thank you. Again, and if we don't sell all those tickets, then we've been on the line for some more money.
Vote 94. Tonight, our focus is on the office of mayor of the city of Hamilton.
To keep that sense of community, it ties into things like keeping the Tiger Cats in our community.
Let's move to the Tiger Cats. Someone just mentioned them. One of our viewers wants to know, what is your position on giving financial help to the Tiger Cats?
Well, I think tax money being used for the Tiger Cats should be a last resort. But I think spending that money is better than losing the team. I'm not for the wholesale throwing of cash at the team if it can be avoided. But if it came down between that and losing the team, yes, I do support that.
I think as far as contributing money to them, no.
There is no other city in the CFL of which I'm aware that has done as much for their team as we have. Everything that has been done, I want to see continued. But in direct answer to the question, I would not vote for more civic or regional money beyond what has been granted and what is now in the budget.
It's my pleasure to introduce to you one of our honorary chairs, the biggest booster any city could ever want, our lead cheerleader, the mayor of Hamilton, His Worship Bob Morrow.
Did he say booster or did he say
Well, thank you, Marty, ladies and gentlemen. Fans of Regina, Hamilton, and
the sweet man.
Could have been me.
this great national celebration. We are so excited to be here. We were excited about coming before we came. And we are positively electrified by what you've done. I just want to say what great friends you are. I had the opportunity to be in Regina 4 or 5 times the last
How did you listen to videos of this guy?
I've always
the
excitement. More than aware of the warmth of people here is much evidence. You really are great people and great days. We now are very proud to be here with a lot of our artists. Congratulations on stage with the best Grey Cup.
Hey, watch me rock to the mayor. Watch me rock to my...
All right, I'll come in really close to explain to him that the sound's not that great, so...
Very good. I didn't have anything coming, so...
Oh, Steve, that kind of rotty, eh?
Oh, I don't know. Well, kind of rock. Just kind of in between rot and rock, but Bob's a very busy man.
Something quickly, which I don't think we talked about. How about Paul Decker, who you lost to?
Yeah, he's in jail, actually. But we don't want to segue too far into...
I feel, after what Bob did to you, you should feel more honored losing to Paul Decker than to Bob Morrow. I mean, losing to a thief, a convicted criminal, as opposed to just someone who snubbed you, who ran all that Grey Cup footage that destroyed your political career. You know, I mean, the slime ball, Bob.
But when all said and done, Will, you know, it's the price you pay for Grey Cup, isn't it?
It is, and I think at the end of the day, when I look back in my life after going to my 100th Grey Cup, I will have no regrets.
You're the man.
Fine way to end it, Will.
Okay, well, we're probably going to let you go right there, I guess.
Okay.
You're calling in from quite a far way away, so it's going to be costing you a few bucks, eh? And the Grey Cup show certainly can't reimburse you for it, so...
That's not what you guys put in the email. You cheap sons of bitches. I should have known.
We'll discuss it later.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll have to get together soon and go out for some wings, eh? And we'll talk about this a little further.
That's right. Maybe really late at night, order up some wings.
That's right.
There's a new nickname out for you, I guess, Mike. It's Chicken Wing Mike.
I don't know anything about that, really.
Oh, okay. All right. Just a thought.
All right.
Okay, well, good morning, Grey Cup footage fans.
Great to talk to you, Will, and hey, have your Grey Cup friends call in. We're always looking for calls here on Grey Cup, the talk show.
I think I've arranged a couple surprise callers for you, so...
Excellent.
Hopefully they'll be able to get through.
We'll be looking forward to it.
All right.
Thanks,
Take care, guys.
Thanks, Will.
Bye-bye.
See you in Winnipeg.
Oh, you got that right.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, well, that was great.
Excellent, eh?
One of the hockey mask guys.
One of the hockey mask guys, you know, a little surprise call.
For sure. Maybe we should go to a little video montage of Will and Jake, the hockey mask guys.
Sure, I think we probably could find something.
Sure, let's take a look.
Okay.
This is a league with 2 official languages.
The sound man's going crazy. He's never seen this many people hogging microphones out there.
If you look up to the ceiling, look up. No, up there. Creative Jake does it again. As Winnipeg defeated Hamilton on an 18-yard overtime touchdown run by Kenny.
All right, Ticats.
Hey, welcome to Grey Cup, the talk show.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear some. I want to hear you sing a song if you could, please.
I sing a song.
Sure.
That's okay. It was organized just
Yeah, maybe I did. We're going to do the taste test of Frosted Flakes versus Flutie Flakes with the media person. Follow me. How you doing? Welcome
Like
to the
A cup and B cup?
Welcome to the Cup Show.
Yeah. You want to know my bra size?
No. I said welcome to the Cup Show. Here we have Frosted Flakes and Flutie Flakes. I'd like you to try them and tell me which one's which. Oh, that's the cup sausage.
Okay. I don't have to eat that though, do I?
No. Yeah. The other one?
Okay,
Where have these been?
what's the verdict?
I like these better.
Which ones are those?
This one's better.
Those are the Flutie plates?
Yeah.
You're right. Congratulations. There, come back. That was a beauty. Okay, that's it, man. I'm no good at this. I suck at this, man.
Look at these guys. Guys, we saw guys like that every night in the streets this week of Regina.
Oh, they just put butter in the nose of Jake's mask. Do a crazy dance with your mask on with Will for the video. Oh, you like it? I'll play today.
We're jumping in.
We're going.
Yeehaw! And roll out.
Okay.
Hello, Grey Cup Talk Show. You're on the air.
Steve, is this Steve?
This is Steve.
Is that the one and only Steve?
Yes, it is. This.
Are you wearing Hamilton Ticat garb?
I got my Argo suck button proudly displayed.
That doesn't count, does it?
We're sitting in front of a shrine, though.
Oh, you are?
Yes, with a Tiger Cat Grey Cup CFL shrine.
You have no idea who this is, do you?
It's Don Landry from the Fan 590.
You're exactly right.
I thought so. How are you doing, Don?
Why, what are we on the air right now?
Yeah, we're on the air right now.
All right, I'll keep it clean then.
Yeah?
I was going to venture into a territory of nothing but four-letter words, but we'll keep it clean because I don't want you guys editing all night.
Well, hey, four-letter words have already been broadcast from a couple previous callers, so...
Well, this is not going to make it to CPAC then, I guess.
Well, like you said, the miracle of editing can do wonders. So, Don, it's great to have your call. We're just taking calls and people are reminiscing about various Grey Cups. And I remember running into you last year in Edmonton. And you enjoyed the Cup, obviously, I guess, then, did you?
Oh, it was a great time. You know what? But, I got to tell you this. It was a great party and everything, but I had more fun in Hamilton the year before. And, I'm not sucking up to you guys, okay? I'm just saying that it seemed a lot more friendly. Those Saskatchewan fans were kind of nasty, Darko fans. So, but it was a good time. It was a great party. Spirit Edmonton hospitality room is always great. And you were walking around, I know, trying to convert people to hate the Argos. That wasn't a very difficult task.
It certainly wasn't. No. So, have you been to many Grey Cups, Don?
I wouldn't say many. I've 5 or 6 now, I guess. The first one I went to was back in when I was working in Ottawa in 1988. And that was a beauty of a Grey Cup. That's still my favorite one. That was BC and Winnipeg, and Winnipeg managed to win it. The whole week was great because Ottawa had never had one before, and the Rough Riders, go figure, they sucked that year. So everybody was ready to have a party because the whole season was just awful. But that was a good party. Hamilton's last year. Edmonton was great. It's the first time I've ever been out west where they really treat football the way they should.
It's a lot different out there. It means more to them, I think.
Absolutely, and hopefully one day it's going to again here. But they got a lot of spirit in Regina and out west, and that was a lot of fun. It's very infectious. But that's the thing about Grey Cup week. No matter what else is going on that year or whatever, it all disappears for that week, and there isn't a better week in sport that I've ever experienced at Grey Cup week, no matter where it was.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and I'm glad to hear you say that about Hamilton because we're just down the road from Toronto. The central area of Grey Cup apathy a lot of times, it seems. And so I was kind of worried about 96, how it was going to go, but it went well.
It was a good party, and I liked everything. Everything was kind of central and outside, and people were wandering around and doing that kind of thing. And, the game itself was a beauty, one of the best ever played Grey Cup. So, the whole party was terrific. And last year's, being an Argo fan, and I'll never be converted to wear an Argo suck button. I have to say that the best one was Hamilton because we won it
back to 96, how you said, and yes, give credit where credit is due. It was a good game in that, but I thought it was a particular masterful movement on the Argos management part to hire Jake Ireland for their team.
You know, it might not have been a fumble, okay? You know, the Flutie fumble, it might not have, there might have been a whistle there. I heard a whistle or something.
You know, I was just getting over all the Leon McQuay whining, and then this happens, and no. Like, it's not a fumble when it's Leon McQuay, and it's not a fumble when it's Doug Flutie.
Oh,
but
you're bitter. You're still bitter. Bitter they didn't get there.
Well,
this year, I don't know about this year either, though, to tell you the truth.
Well, I was going to say, if the Argos go 2-16 this year, then I'll talk to you again. We'll see how bitter you are.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. I think they lost everybody this year.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. There'll be more parity anyhow, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. No, I like the Ticats this year, except they got to fix that offensive line still. I think there's some goals there, and Danny McManus is slower than I am. So that's a bit of a problem. But other than that, good defense. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
That's right. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting year. Don, do you have any particular memory as far as the actual games? Any particular play at all that's a standout in your mind from any Grey Cup?
From any Grey Cup? Oh, well, you know what? The best ever was '89, and I was there. At Sky, I'm sure you were. Sorry to dredge this.
I was there.
But the 43-40 Saskatchewan win, first of all, it's the best game I've ever seen at any level of football anywhere, still is. And secondly, I came down from the media box with about 2 minutes left to go. And from the other end, I saw Tony Champions. You know, and even from the other end of the field, I went, my God, I think I've never seen anything like that. And then when I saw it on the replay screen, I've still never seen a catch like that. But I stayed down at that end, and you know what happened? So I was standing right behind the field, or right behind the goalpost when Dave Ridgway put it through, and the whole place erupted. And that's the biggest memory I've ever had live at a Grey Cup game. It was great.
We got Mike Zborski here in the studio has a memory of that Grey Cup catch where when he was at Skydome watching the game and almost led to death, basically. Maybe I'll let him tell you about it.
That was the first Grey Cup I was at, actually. This year will be my 8th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but that was the one that got me hooked, and me and my dad went there. We're sitting on level, 500?
500?
Yeah.
Right on the 50-yard line, first row in there, and when he made that catch, I was so excited I almost jumped over the side. The only reason I didn't is because my father caught me. He grabbed me. It was the only thing. I think I could have been dead right now.
No, I was going to say that would have been, that goes from a great Grey Cup memory. It could have been.
Could have been the last.
But anyway, so that was the one.
Catch like that. The guy had at least a bruise, maybe a broken rib.
Yeah,
well, that's right.
That was fantastic. But
that was something else.
More Grey Cups to come, more great memories, I'm sure. The Argos aren't nearly the team they were last year. Everybody else is coming up. So I think it's Montreal and then the other three kind of battling it out.
And you have these American collegiate quarterbacks and otherwise coming up in the East, which you look at the history of American stars. I mean, you had Tim Rosenbaugh, Hamilton. You even go back as far as Vince Ferragamo, where they've essentially come up and done nothing. But you take some of these mobile quarterbacks, and you're just thinking one of these guys is going to break it in the CFL one day, eh?
Yeah, I mean, Tim Rosenbaugh, what, you were disappointed with him? Things didn't quite work out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was doing with that. It's not like
one day for some Tim Rosenbaugh stories, okay? I don't know if you've already contacted Wally and he's told you about Tim Rosenbaugh, but he's got some good stories that I can't do justice. I'm trying to get Wally to do it, but yeah, I hear good things about this Jay Barker that the Argos have signed. That he's big and he's mobile. Yeah, you better be able to go stripe to stripe though in the CFL, and that's the problem with Kerwin Bell. Is he really can't do it, and you know what? Neither can Danny McManus, and he's actually had some success. So we'll see. You know, I mean, but it's coming now. I guess Jeff Garcia is probably thought of as the best quarterback in the league right now. And you've got some other young guys. Heath Rylance is back in Saskatchewan, and they think that guy could really go at some point. TJ Rublik in Winnipeg. Come on, what is that guy? Who is TJ Rublik? What the hell is he doing there? Why are people saying Winnipeg's going to be great because of this? I don't get that at all.
Poor Winnipeg.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that because we got some Bombers fans and some players calling in later on. So
well, you tell them for me, I think they're going to finish last.
we'll pass it along. We'll pass it along for sure.
All right.
So, are you making the Grey Cup in Winnipeg this year, Don?
I hope so. You know, we got the CFL Weekly Show coming again on the Fan, and Chris Schultz is going to co-host with me again. We're going to start it the first week. And we'll go every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock is the plan on the Fan, and hopefully they'll send me out to the Grey Cup as they did last year. See, last year they had to send. The Argos were there. This year, I don't think the Argos are going to be there, so we'll
the thing. It's like
it's addictive, isn't it?
You can't see what would stop you from going to another one and another one and another one.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, even if they don't send me, maybe I'll just pay my way out there and take a few days off and enjoy it, because you get people from Baltimore and San Antonio come up and say, "Man, we miss it." You get people from Halifax with their Atlantic scooters.
That's right. The minivan happening.
It's a great time. I'm an Argo fan. You guys are Ticats fans. We still, we raised a glass together and we had some fun. We gave each other the odd little ribbing, but it was all in good fun. So it's a great party.
It's a great time for sure. That's right. So, well, Don, it was great talking to you. Even though you are an Argo fan, we'll kind of let that go for now.
Yeah. Thanks for calling in, Don.
Yeah, for sure. And look forward to hearing you, and especially during the season, we'll see what your comments are.
Yeah, it's going to be a good season, I think, for the Hamilton-Toronto rivalry, because the teams are much closer together now, so this should be good.
Can't sing much lower than 2 and 16, so.
We'll see.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Hey, thank you, Don.
Thank you.
Don can be heard around the Toronto area on the Fan 590, the Monsters of the Midday, with Mike Hogan, who's probably too chicken to call in, I guess,
He's a big wuss.
Yeah.
You can leave that in the video. I say Hogan's a big wuss. Say to him every day on the air. What's he going to do?
That'll be front and center. Well, we'll make sure you guys get a copy, and Hoagie, you're talking tough at the sports deli there, but when push comes to shove, I don't hear you, buddy. I don't hear you.
He talks. The more lubricated it gets, the tougher he gets.
I figured.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Take care.
Thanks again, Don. Well, Don Landry from the Fan 590,
I love that.
Yeah, interesting perspective. He had a lot of good things, and so obvious, even from that media perspective, enjoying the cup.
He does.
Brings everybody together, all the different niches.
A nice little discussion with an Argo fan. It is possible, believe it or not.
Yeah, it can happen. We'll just kind of do that. Well, that was great hearing from Don. Argo fan that he is. I don't know what we got on film. You want to go and see what we got regarding Argos? Maybe some disparaging Argo remarks?
Sure, we could find something, I guess.
Sure, let's go take a look at that.
Okay.
We realize that people in Hamilton cannot root for the Argos. It's just not in their blood.
You believe that the Argos really do suck?
Well, let's just say that they're lacking in a lot of areas.
Many a great cup we've been at, but none are shaping up to be so much fun as this. Here we are in the Hotel, just heading to the Calgary breakfast. Easy with the Ticat jokes now.
I always used to go to the Ticat games. I'd go, Oski, wee wee, Oski, wah wah, holy Mackinac, Toronto eat shit.
Hey! Shep. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Steve from Grey Cup, the talk show. That's Mike on the camera.
Hi, Mike. Good day, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, you're just saying it's very important that the Argos suck.
Can you sort of zoom in on this? That's the highlight of everything.
You're not filming this. Oh, yeah. Poor conduct. Poor kid.
Argos suck. Argos suck. Get that on video. Argos already got that 100 times. Argos suck. You're sick, Bill. Kiss my ass. Right on. Okay. Somebody will. You're lucky.